Do you know why a rock, when thrown properly, skips on water? There are at least a couple of good reasons. First, speed. Second, because the rock is very smooth.
This combination of speed and smoothness is good to know if we want to try and break the world record for skips on water, which is currently at 51 skips.
But for our cars, skipping across the water is the last thing we want. And yet this phenomenon is entirely similar to rock skipping and can happen if we don't take care of our tyres. It's called hydroplaning and is much more common than you might think.
For example, when driving through a big puddle, you've probably felt the car suddenly pull to one side. This effect is greater the more your tyres are worn down. As soon as the tyre touches the surface of the water, the tread leaves the road surface. Why does the tyre start to hydroplane? It all depends on how much water the tread pattern is able to expel. The deeper the tread, and so the newer the tyre, the greater the amount of water it can push out from under the tyre.
Here we can see this phenomenon, as if we were looking up from under the road.
This is a new tyre travelling at 70 km an hour, and this is a 60% worn tyre. We can clearly see that the tyre with the new tread is able to grip the glass and has a larger footprint, while the worn tyre makes a much smaller footprint that we can hardly see. In order to understand the difference between a tyre that floats and a tyre that grips the tarmac, we need to look at hydroplaning speed. With a tyre of average wear, hydroplaning can occur in a 7 mm deep puddle at as low as 65 km an hour, whereas a new tyre can cross safely at up to 90 km an hour. It also needs to be said that this water depth is a worst case scenario. Fortunately, we don't normally find such deep puddles in the road. Hydroplaning can happen when accelerating or when braking. Braking, of course, is when it can become very dangerous. With a properly inflated tyre in good condition, hydroplaning occurs at much higher speed, and in most cases all you need to do is take your foot off the accelerator in order to regain control of the car.
In other words, this is one of those rare cases in which sinking is much better than skipping. Remember this when it's time to change your tyres, and don't rotate them too many times. Even though the legal tread limit is 1.6, we recommend never going lower than 3.